Here go the media again. They want y'all to believe that Carson Wentz is nowhere near or anywhere near Patrick Mahones' level. I'm going to break it down for you and show you that he is. I know how I do. Stay tuned. Yo, that what's going on? It's your boy Fully Fresh, aka the General here, reporting for duty, man. Before I get into the video, when everybody that's watching this video, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit that little bell next to subscribe button. That way, you know when I put a video up. I need everybody like this that's watching it, trying to push this page out. Got a lot of things that I'm trying to do, but I need y'all support. I need y'all help, man. Help a brother out, man. See, today the video is about the discrepancy of people saying that the talent and how good Patrick Mahomes is against Wentz. They're trying to act like it's just a wave's length of how much talent and how good Patrick Mahomes is against Carson Wentz. Is Patrick Mahomes a better quarterback? Yes. But it's not that far from Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has done a whole lot in his 4 years and had to overcome a whole lot, right? So for us to just sit here and just say he's nowhere near Patrick Mahomes, that would be injustice to what this man has been doing, meaning Carson Wentz. Let me tell y'all something. In 2016, right? You know who he was throwing the ball to? This is his rookie year. Carson Wentz's rookie year. In 2016, he was throwing to Josh Huff, Dora Green Beckham, Matthews, and the other Matthews. Ryan Matthews was his running back, right? He had Ertz, but Ertz really wasn't the elite. He was becoming elite that year, but he wasn't the elite tight end that he is now. And he had to split a lot of time with Burton, if y'all remember. And that's when we still had Selleck. So you get that lineup, right? Now let's compare it to Patrick Mahomes' rookie season and his lineup. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce. Come on, man. It's no comparison when we talking about rookie years. It's no comparison when we talking about the talent that this man has around him, man. Wentz can make every throw that Patrick Mahomes can. Where I will give Patrick Mahomes the edge is his decision making. And he's a little faster than him. He gets out the pocket faster. But let me tell you something about his decision making, right? And why he can just throw it away, and why he can just run the ball and try to get a first down and just get out of balance no matter what. Because he's playing freely. You see, in 2017, when Carson was playing freely, is when he had talent. The talent around you really, really matters. Because I'm going to tell you what, I watched the game. I watched that Kansas City game last night. And every time he ran, it was nobody near him. When Carson Wentz runs, you can see it's dudes all around him, around his legs, and it's just crazy. Patrick Mahomes really had no pressure on him yesterday. And that's a pretty good defense. He really had no pressure on him. And when he felt pressure a little bit, he got out of the pocket. See, I do feel as though his decision-making is better than Carson, but we're not going to try to act like it's just a waves length different, man. The edge that Patrick Mahomes has, right, is when his receivers go out there, we have no deep threat. So people are more or closer to the line of scrimmage than they are when you got Patrick Mahomes' talent around him. When you got these speed guys all around him. See what I'm saying? Now, it's nothing to take away from Patrick Mahomes. He don't choose his lineup. Carson Wentz doesn't choose his lineup. But at the same time, we have to take this into consideration. So when it's time for Patrick Mahomes to run, it's easier for him to run because dudes is way down the field. We don't have that luxury. We need to get that. I'm going to get into that in a minute, in the second half of this video. We need to be able to have that luxury for Carson Wentz, to have speed to go down the field. Because you see what that does. It's so much easier for your quarterback to make decisions. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because he feel as though I could throw this ball away. He feel as though, Patrick Mahomes, he feel as though, I can scramble for 2 yards, get out of bounds, because I know my playmakers are going to make plays going down the stretch or the next play. Carson doesn't have that luxury. Carson puts a lot of things on his shoulder, and so does his organization, right? Because he feels as though he has to do everything. He feels as though he has to be macho man, and he has to just put the team on his back and carry it. You understand what I'm saying? But when you got dudes like Tyreek Hill, that just it's just so much easier, man. It's so much easier because it's not a bunch of pressure. The safeties are not at the line of scrimmage. If you watch that game, the Titans safeties are never at the line. The Titans safeties was never at the line of scrimmage. You know why? Because they got that deep threat. They got that deep threat. They got that dude that can burn you. And that's what we need, man. That's what we need, man. And another thing that I want to say before I get to the second half of this video is I don't think Patrick Mahomes could have did what Carson Wentz did this season. Losing all his players. If he lost all his receivers, if he losing lineman after lineman after lineman, I don't think that he would be able to pull. He might be. Me personally, I don't think so. Because if you think about it, Carson had to deal with no talent for 2 years. Patrick Mahomes hasn't had to deal with that. So we're keeping all these praises on this dude when he has had the best offensive lineup since he's been in the league. His offense has been the best since he's been in the league. And he is part of that, yes. But we do have to take in consideration his supporting cast, man. You know what I mean? Second half of this video coming right now. It is time to draft speed. We need speed. Speed is the number one thing in this league that you need on the offense and the defensive. On the offense and the defensive side, man. You see the people that's in a championship, right? You see on defense how much speed the 49ers have. You see on offense how much speed the Kansas City Chiefs have. It is time to get speed. All these big, slow dudes, 50-50 catch balls, no. Carson Wentz is a quarterback that needs players to stretch the field, to go down the field so he can use that arm that he has, right? It's time to draft speed. On a defensive end, we need a linebacker who is fast, who can get to the ball, who can tackle these running backs. Because running backs right now is at an all-time high in this league, man. They fast, they strong, they can catch out of the backfield. So you have to counter that with good linebackers. Not just safety always in the box. We have to have playmakers. Because you know what happens when your safeties are always in the box? Your corner gets exposed. And that's what happened to us all year. We had Malcolm Jenkins making plays, a best playmaker, but he's slow compared to the speed that's in the NFL right now. So you got that. And you got corners that really can't cover, especially for a long time, and your pass rush is not getting there. It's just a recipe for disaster. It can't happen. We have to start drafting speed. We have to start evaluating and looking at talent. Talent is what's going to win you another chip. All this locker room stuff, tired of hearing of it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to see it again. I want to see talent on that field, man. I want to see Carson Wentz. I want to see Carson Wentz throwing up to somebody that's going to go there and that's going to burn a safety, burn a cornerback, and get in the end zone. Because we know Carson can do it. I want to see a linebacker that can go from sideline to sideline like nobody else in the league. Because we really haven't had that. I mean, we drafted Jordan Hicks, but he was hurt, and then he had an amazing year in Arizona. Go figure, right? So, Ladra Badham is slow. I like Nate Gary. He's fast, but he's not big. He's not a playmaker. He's really a safety, to tell you the truth. But I do like him. And maybe he can, maybe he can get better at the position. Who knows? But I'm going to tell you like this. We have to have speed, especially at the middle linebacker position, man. especially at the middle linebacker position. Mark my word, we have to find a linebacker. I'm gonna start breaking down position by position. I'll probably do receivers next tomorrow. Then the next joint cornerbacks. Then probably linebackers. I wanna break down the positions that we need and the drafts that and the people that we should draft at these positions of need. So it's time to draft speed. It's time to draft talent. It's time to draft playmakers. That locker room stuff, dead. Y'all know what it is, man. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all.